Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Project Dits Wrestling General Manager, Project Dits. Welcome everybody to PDW Chaos, where chaos has once again arrived to your Monday nights here on Twitch, or whatever day of the week it is if you are catching the replay up on YouTube. But welcome on in, and we have one hell of a show for you guys tonight. And this isn't just a fallout from chaos last week. We got the fallout from PDW Neon from Friday just gone. Neon returned just a couple of days ago and will be here for the next 3 weeks in our schedule. So there's plenty of PDW action for you guys to enjoy leading up to Stack Up in 3 weeks' time, our annual charity-based premium live event. That was a pretty special one. Looking forward to it. But we have Build to enjoy before we get to that event, and that continues here tonight, and we have some stellar matches on the card. Kicking things off tonight, we have the in-ring return of the Sapster. We've been looking forward to this one for a long time. She's been out on the shelf through injury after being taken out by Jay Dragon over a month ago. She will kick off things tonight, going one-on-one against Killer Z. And if you've seen or followed any of the news regarding Project Dits Wrestling, you'll know that Last Rites are in a little bit of a roller coaster moment in their careers so far. They've been at the top, they hit a slump at Royale, and then Tremian brought them right back up again when he became the PDW champion. And since then, Last Rites have been a little bit quiet. Tremian, of course, has been flying the flag, but he was attacked on Neon by James Hawk after he was victorious against Clockwork. Creeps, the leader, has finally spoken, and they will try and get a measure of vengeance against James Hawk here tonight. And she has volunteered the services of Brett Willows to conduct that task. He will go one-on-one with James Hawk here tonight, and Tremian, ever the fighting champion that he wants to be, will main event tonight, going one-on-one against Rookie. That one is going to be a great match. Rookie didn't do particularly well in his last outing. However, tonight he faces the PDW champion, and you know he will show up for that one. So Tremian has a fight on his hands, but we'll be sure to have one hell of an ending to this show with those two guys in the main event. And Creeps has promised that somebody's last rites will be read tonight. So if I was James Hawk, I'd be a little bit concerned. But also, we have Daza going one-on-one against Marquis. A little bit of a friendly exhibition match, this one. Daza, of course, has made his intentions known that he wants to go after Batfastard's Community Championship. Marquis holds a victory over Batfastard last week on Chaos. Can Marquis maybe insert himself into this match? Can Daza put him down? We'll soon find out. But if Daza is victorious tonight, after Marquis has been victorious over Batfastard, Daza will have that momentum for any potential championship match that he could have against Fastard in the coming weeks. Jenny Omega, our intergender champion, will be in action tonight, going one-on-one against Dag. Dag, in non-title action last week, was against Sir Coin. Another non-title match for her this evening against Jenny Omega. How will she fare in that? We'll soon find out. And then Lady Stamps back in ring for the first time in a month in singles competition at the very least. She, of course, was in that Royale match at PDW Royale, but we have not seen her since the first Chaos after Ascension. But she has tough opposition tonight. She is going one-on-one against PDW's resident pitbull, Soupy. But if you cast your mind back to Neon, she appears to have inserted herself in that Extreme Championship picture. So we'll see how things pan out as that story begins to unravel. And that is tonight. A whole night of great wrestling action, as is almost guaranteed at this point with PDW. So we're in for a good treat, as is always the case. Now, we're going to kick things off with Killer Z going one-on-one against the returning Sapster. I'm looking forward to this one. Enjoy the show, everybody, and we'll catch you at ringside. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Killer Z. Well, welcome everybody to PDW Chaos as we head into our first piece of in-ring action here tonight. And Killer Z's appearances have been a little bit sporadic over the last month or so, but an ever-present figure now. Victorious against Kristen Rose on last week's edition of Chaos. Lost to Kristen Rose in a rematch on Proving Grounds. And is back here tonight on Chaos once again. Going to try and get the upper hand over returning Sapster. That's her opponent. The Sapster! Well, it is good to see Sapster back in PDW. Put out on the shelf by J Dragon over a month ago. She got a retribution of sorts. On Neon against J Dragon. And returns to in-ring action here tonight. And this will be no easy task against Killer Z. Now we're going to witness a little bit of ring rust here from the Sapster. She, of course, has been rehabilitating her injury. And already Killer Z with the upper hand. But misses the springboard moonsault. And now the Sapster can try and gain the upper hand. But there's that ring rust we talked about. And Killer Z, this is her third match in a week. So maybe there will be fatigue on her side. Oh my God. Springboard, there we go, hit it that time. That springboard moonsault onto the spine of the Sapster. It's a pretty hard hitting affair to kick things off here tonight. And a good counter. Oh! That spinning discus forearm. The cameraman earning top bucks there. And a clothesline, turning the Sapster inside out. Here's the cover. And the Sapster powering out as nothing. Killer Z heading up top. Oh, and a double stomp from the top rope, and looks like Killer Z might be going for a springboard. Here it is. Oh, no. Oh, and Sapster drilled into the mat. This has been Killer Z all the way, and that ring rust really is showing. And Sapster up. Oh, that could be a knockout blow. Sapster busted open. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Such a quick match there to kick things off tonight. And that ring rust really showing for the Sapster. And if she's gonna go after Jade Dragon, she needs to get back up to speed. And what a showing from Killer Z, though. Bang! There it is. And that's all she wrote. Here is your winner, Killer Z. Big time victory for Z. Especially against somebody the caliber of the Sapster, regardless of any ring rust. The ability is very much still there. And that's a statement win. The Jade Dragon will be licking her chops after seeing the Sapster handled so easily on Chaos tonight. Of course, their story continues outside of this, but Killer Z with back-to-back wins now on Chaos. Tremendous showing from the former Scream Queen champion. But coming up next, we've seen it within the PDW news. Last rites, I've got James Hawk in their crosshairs. And Brett Willows is tasked to deliver some vengeance here tonight on Chaos. That's coming up next. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing Last Rites, being accompanied to the ring by Flipper Rabbit, Brett Willows. And Brett Willows does not come along tonight. Flipper Rabbit has his corner. And we haven't seen Brett Willows in some time. The only member of Last Rites not to have a match at Royale. But tonight he's given the responsibility of taking out James Hawk. Of course, Creeps pulling the strings behind the scenes as the leader of Last Rites. And his opponent, James Hawk. Made his debut at PDW Royale. Has made an impact outside of in-ring action, but thus far hasn't recorded a win in PDW. But an absolutely incredible showing by James Hawk against Red Wolf. This past week. And you'll have to deliver that again tonight. But Creeps has said somebody will be having the last rites read to them. And it could very well be James Hawk. Early cover. Now for Brett Willows, it must be, well, I say it must be difficult, but you should be content that a member of your faction has rose to the top. Of course, Trevian, his tag partner for many months, who has now gone the road of single star and stands tall on top of the men's division. But with Flipper's inclusion here in Brett Willows' corner, you'd have to imagine things have been shaken up a little bit in the last rites. With Brett Willows and Flipper Rabbit now, the tag team of the faction. And Trevian run in singles duty. Oh, what a super kick by Brett Willows. And Flipper Rabbit has thrown a sledgehammer into the ring here. But the referee is not going to have any of that. Good showing here from Brett Willows, though, as he heads to the top rope. Big splash! Comes crashing down on James Hawk. Here's the cover. And Hawk out at 2. This has been all Brett Willows. And there's the tombstone. This could be another quick match here. And it is. What is going on tonight? James Hawk taken out with ease. That seems very unlike the James Hawk we have seen since his debut. That was absolute domination. And Creeps and Trevian are going to be happy with that. Here is your winner by pinfall, Brett Willows. Unbelievably one-sided. James Hawk didn't even get out of the gates. What a show for Brett Willows. That's how to try and creep up in the standards in the eyes of your leader. And Tremian, of course, he is here tonight. He is in our main event. He would have taken some satisfaction from that as well. And Brett Willows picking up a big, big win for Last Rides here tonight. Now coming your way next, we have more PDW action. Don't go anywhere. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Daza. An absolute hunk of a man. On that road to self-discovery. Gunning for Bat Fastard's Community Championship, it seems. And his opponent making his way to the ring. Here's the Pretzel Lord, Marquis. Well, Marquis has been on a run of form as of late. Super impressive. The biggest of those wins of his, though, coming against Bat Fastard. A victory many thought impossible. And it's Daza that has claimed #1 contendership of sorts to the Community Championship, but Marquis certainly has a role to play in that after picking up a win over the champ. But a bit of friendly competition between these two here tonight. Oh! Driving the hips. It's a Marquis in the corner, but missing that headbutt. Darzi just can't take the big man off his feet. Marquis had this issue with Bat Fastard last week. Look at the strength of this man. Ow! It's just pushing Marquis away. Ah, Scorpion splash into the corner. And Daza doing all he can to prove that he is indeed worthy of facing Bat Fastard for that Community Championship. And it is all Daza here. Oh, hang on. Marquis has been busted open. Here's from the Snake Eyes in the corner. Oh my God. Big right hand sending Marquis to the outside. And look, if Daz is able to beat Marquis, the guy who has beaten Bat Fastard, as far as Daz is concerned, that's double the evidence that he deserves a shot. But then on the flip side, if it's Marquis that picks up the win, I think he'll have a safe argument for a claim of that championship match himself. Count of 5 here. Daza getting the Marquis back into the ring. Daza follows. That clubbing blow. And all of tonight's matches have been incredibly one-sided. Such a contrast from last week's bout of Chaos. Oh, hang on a minute. What is Daza pumping up here? Oh, we got a worm! Bow, and thank you, Paul, for blocking out that absolute majesty. And there's a submission. Oh, and wretched Marquis. And he taps. Here is your winner, Daza! But Bat Faster now. Daza welcomed him into the ring here. And Bat Faster talking trash from the stage. And I think we can finally settle on how that community championship match is going to look at PDW Stack Up. We can't go a PDW show without an announcement, so here it goes. Bat Fastard will defend his community championship against Daza at Stack Up in 3 weeks' time. We'll have to reinforce the ring for that one. It is going to be an absolute collision of two behemoths here in Project Dits Wrestling. But tonight's action thus far, so one-sided. And Jenny Omega will be hoping to keep that trait going as she goes one-on-one against Dake in non-title action. The following contest is scheduled for 1-4. Introducing first, she is the PDW Intergender Champion, Jenny Omega. Omega on top of the world with her first championship gold in PDW Intergender Champion. Bested Erie and Kristen Rose at PDW Royale. And tonight, she will be looking to prove exactly why she holds that championship gold. And that she is really the real deal. But it ain't gonna come easy. Take a former champion in her own right. And her opponent, Dig! They came up short against Sir Coin on Neon. Just before Muscles Marinara cashed in the gold mine contract. But another opportunity in non-title action tonight. If she's able to get one over Jenny Omega, could that insert her in the Intergender Championship picture? Three matches thus far tonight, all of them very one-sided. Will this one follow suit? Big right. And Omega kicking away out of that situation. And Omega warming up. Oh, and a shot to the kidneys. Times 3, times 4. And a swinging net breaker to Dig. Well, hang on a minute. Drayden White is out here. He's at ringside having words with Jenny Omega, but... Oh my God! Oh, there's the cover! Surprise cover! And Jenny Omega getting out of it. Oh, the big drop kick! Drayden White! Oh! Distracting Jenny Omega! Oh, the submission locked in! Oh, but Omega able to get out of that. What a big knee from Omega! It's just busted. Dig wide open. And that is, excuse the phrase, but she is pissing blood. Drayden White distracting the champion. And Omega trying to regain focus now. Showing fire of a champion now. Not letting that distraction deter her. And here's the cover. The Day kicks out. And Day's got to be a little bit woozy now. She is leaking blood from the forehead where Omega dropped the knee. And she is in a bad way. What is Omega cooking up here? Oh, Dragon Screw! Day getting up. Look at the face of Dig as she drives those knees into Omega. Could be looking for a springboard here. There it is! Oh, springboard drop kick. And Daig has found something within herself now. On the offense. White noise! White noise connects. Oh, she goes to the top rope. We're going to see the moonsault. There it is. Oh, missed it. Over the moonsault, missed. And Omega hits the net breaker. And it could be over for Daig. Omega to the middle rope. Oh, misses the double axe handle. Oh, the shoulder breaker. Omega down. Omega powering out of one. Now we have a match on our hands. I think Daig thought about possibly doing a springboard there. Nice recovery from Daig. Good reversal, getting out of that dangerous situation. Oh, went low with a drop kick, but only a glancing blow. Oh, and a nice clothesline, taking the champ down. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh! An interesting version of a spine buster there. Missed the first time, but over the moonsault connects against the champ. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. Daig has done it. A big win for Daig against the intergender champion. But Drayden White provided a distraction in the early goings, and I think that might have thrown Omega off. What the hell he was doing out here, we don't know. But if you've got a championship, there's a pretty damn big target on your back. And Drayden White may have very much signaled his intentions there. And there's that over the moonsault. Missed the first one, second one connected. Here is your winner, Daig. And by God, she fought for that one. The battle wounds. Showcase right there across the face. And Daig needed that. Coming up short last week on Neon against Sir Coin. Able to pick up a win tonight against Jenny Omega. But as we say, the talking point tonight is Drayden White. But a great match. Finally some back and forth for the first time on Chaos this evening. But we'll see how things are going to go in the next match. As Lady Stabs Rena goes one-on-one against Soupy. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, she is PDW's resident pitbull, Soupy. Soupy with a chance tonight to take down one of PDW's biggest badasses in Stabs Arena, but Soupy can lay claim to that title herself. An absolute fire. And her opponent, Daddy Lady Stabs Rita. And Lady Stabs Rita makes her entrance for the first time in a month here on Chaos. And just a couple of days ago on Neon, she took down the Extreme Champion, Mr. Baggins. And it looks like she is missing that beautiful taste of championship gold. And is gunning for the absolute fan favorite that is Mr. Baggins and his Extreme Championship. But tonight, there is no Mr. Baggins in her sights. It is all Soupy. And that focus is going to be key when going up against the resident Pitbull. And here she goes. Oh, big kick. Oh, misses the chop. Good dodge by Soupy, but Stabs Rita able to follow it up with a power slam. Stabs Rita on fire so far coming into this one. And Soupy slowly makes her way to her feet. Oh, drop kick in the corner. And let's not forget Stabs Rita wearing heels, so that would have hurt. Oh! A forearm to the face. And now it's Soupy's turn to dish out the offense. One of the best strikers in Project Dits Wrestling. Stabs Rita will have her hands full tonight. First cover of the match, 1 count there. Soupy trying to break the arm of Stabs Rita with that one. And using the ropes to damage the legs of Stabs Rita as Soupy heads up top. They're very close, but able to drill that forearm from the top rope. Oh, brutal right hands here. Oh, now Stabs Rita fighting back. She's taken a lot of punishment. Here's the cover. Soupy out of nothing, but oh, a follow-up pin here. Look at the power from Stabs Rita. Cover of her own. Here we go. And Soupy out of nothing. Oh, and taken down. And look at the strength of Soupy here. Oh, those gut-wrench suplexes. And Stabs Rita in a world of trouble. I think actually Stabs Rita's been busted open. Again, choked to the corner. Gravity doing his thing. Here's the cover. I was going to say, that might have sucked the life out of Stabs Rita, but she's able to power out at one. Tried to get the right hand. Soupy fighting back again. And Soupy not playing around here. And I can see the blood coming down the face of Stabs Rita now. A face full of heel. There's the cover. Oh, and here we go, the spinning back and forth again, and oh, nearly. Oh, Stabs Rita in trouble. Oh, this one could be over. Stabs Rita missed the strike. Stabs Rita kicking out at two. And here we go, Soupy lining up the final attack of the evening. Sleeper hold locked in. And there it is. Dangerous position here. Stabs Rita struggling as she taps. It looked good for Stabs Rita in the early goings, but Soupy went into overdrive. Mr. Baggins, of course, not here this evening. But wherever he watches his PDW action, whether that's live here on Twitch or the replays on YouTube, he's going to be pretty chuffed to see Stabs Rita taken down a peg tonight. Here is your winner, Soupy! A great win for Soupy. You have to applaud it. Stabs Rita is difficult opposition, but you can see why Soupy was our PDW Women's Champion for 50 plus days. She is the real deal. Well, what does Soupy do next? To be fair, what does Lady Stabs Rita do next? She would have wanted to come out of this looking dominant if her goal is indeed that Extreme Championship, because Mr. Baggins is not somebody to be taken lightly, as we know all too well. It'll be interesting to watch this unfold over the coming weeks. But coming up next, it is time for our main event. Tremia going one-on-one against Rookie. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is our main event. Introducing first, representing Last Right, he is the PDW champion, Trevian. Trevian has been wrestling week in, week out, doubling down on his statement of being the fighting champion here in PDW. And he will perhaps, after earlier on tonight, will no longer have to look over his shoulder for a potential James Hawk attack. Brett Willow seemingly has quashed that now. So now he can lay his focus on Rookie. Out here alone again. And that seems to be where Trevian likes to operate. And his opponent, Rookie! Now, Rookie's last outing against Mr. Baggers was, well, a bit of humiliation for him. His words. Baggers absolutely dominated this man on Neon. But tonight he has a chance against the man at the top of his division, Trevian. Of course, he has had his issues with Last Right since PDW returned, and has faced Trevian in recent times. Holds a victory, in fact, over him just over a month ago. We'll see how this one goes down here tonight. And here we go. Time for our main event. Bell is rung. Oh, the Hurricanrana from Rookie to the champion, kicking things off. And a big knee. Oh, but misses the springboard forearm. Springboard of his own. Right onto the spine of Rookie. Of course, this is non-title action. Big kick. So much momentum in that kick. And Rookie better be careful. Oh, and there's that knee. Seen that glancing knee shot. Often as a part of Trevian's repertoire. And he's got the lethal kicks. What's he planning on doing here? Oh, Rookie in a dangerous position here. Oh, superplex. And the crowd loving this main event tonight. Oh, there's a blockbuster. Good showing from the champion so far. Rookie started the match well, but this is all Trebian. Moonsault into the cover. And Rookie out at 2. This is that Baggins match all over again for Rookie, but able to get up there. Oh, meets a flying in, another moonsault. And Rookie in trouble now. And a big kick to the face, double stomp. Trebian is relentless here. And setting him up for the Black Mass. Oh, and a double. Rookie is down. There's the cover. It's over. Here is your winner by pinfall, Trebian. What a win for Trebian. And here comes Flipper Rabbit. Holy... What the hell is Flipper Rabbit doing? Flipper Rabbit is taken... He's taken down his own partner. Flipper Rabbit has just taken out Trebian. What the hell have we just witnessed? It looked like Flipper was coming out to maybe congratulate Trebian on his victory. Of course, he's had issues with Rookie in the past. But he has just taken out the PDW champion. Creep said it was a big night for last rites. And said that somebody was gonna have their last rites read to them tonight. Maybe it wasn't James Hawk. Maybe it was their own. We'll have to find out and hopefully hear from Creeps this week about what the hell has happened. Even Flipper. But as it stands, Flipper Rabbit has just taken out the PDW champion and his fellow member of Last Rites. I can't believe what we just saw to end Chaos here tonight, as Flipper Rabbit has taken out his own teammate in Trebian tonight. And the more I think about it, Creep's words from earlier tonight is that somebody will be having their last rites read. And we just assumed it was going to be James Hawk, but maybe all of that was a ruse. And Trebian was the real target. But we don't have any answers. And hopefully this week we'll get some clarity. Maybe even on Neon this Friday night we'll find out something. But Trebian has fallen to the last rites tonight. And I don't think anybody can quite believe what just went down. But hopefully we will get those answers as the week progresses. An interesting night of chaos across the board. A lot of one-sided matches. Everybody who won tonight came here with an absolute purpose, and that was not just to win, but to dominate. And so many people have done that tonight. After weeks of real competition, the contrast is huge from tonight's show. But I'm still absolutely shocked by what we witnessed. It perhaps one of the most shocking moments we've had in PDW so far. Jealousy, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But we'll have to find out as the weeks progress. Last rights may be crumbling from inside. Who knows? But as ever, thank you for tuning in to PDW, whether it's live on Twitch right now or watching the replay on YouTube. We have more PDW action coming your way this week. Proving Grounds on Wednesday. And of course, PDW Neon continues its return this Friday, where we're going to get 5 more matches coming your way. Hopefully, those ones are a little bit more competitive than what we saw tonight. But going off last week, hopefully that will be the case. But thank you as ever for watching. We will catch you for Proving Grounds Wednesday, Neon on Friday. Chaos certainly did arrive tonight. And we'll catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.